Alright, so today we are inside the house that I am remodeling, and we are going to go over a tent. This is just a cheap tent from Walmart, and we're going to be setting it up, looking at it, making sure that we don't see any holes, any tears. Basically what you should be doing with all your tents when you first get them. We're doing this inside because I was originally going to Scotch guard this as we did this. However, my Scotch guard has gone missing, and I didn't realize it until I was setting up for this video today. When you're opening stuff like this with a knife, always be careful that you don't stick the blade in too far and damage the product. And we're doing this inside also so that anything on the ground, weather change, all that, none of that is going to affect us any. I happen to have a pretty much empty house, which makes it very nice. So I'm unfolding this. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. Maybe you can see a little better as to what I am doing. Alright, so I'm just laying it out. Looking at it as I open it up, checking for any obvious issues. Now this tent, at the time of purchasing it, which was actually this weekend before this video came out, the tent ran $25, I think it was, at Walmart. So very, very, very cheap tent. I guess I shouldn't say cheap. Inexpensive tent. And with it being that inexpensive, I want to Scotch guard it to help waterproof it. So that when I use it in a couple of weeks, I won't get wet in the middle of the night. So, and as I've said in a previous video, I haven't been camping or anything in many years. And when I started this, I had absolutely nothing to camp with. So I am showing all stuff as I get it. And I am doing it with as cheapo equipment as I can get. And this $25 tent was literally pretty much the cheapest thing I could find in store in my area. And I'm sure there's going to be some more experienced campers out there watching me do this going, oh my God, have you even got a brain cell in that head? In which, looking at this, I'm going to have to say, probably not. Because that didn't work nearly like I thought it was going to. But I haven't seen any directions yet either. Nope, still no directions. Directions on the bag. Inside the bag. Oh, here they are. Hopefully. B. Well, it shows I had that right. Once again. As normal for my videos, these are going to be real time, so you really get to watch me struggle, and depending upon your familiarity with the English language, you might get to learn a few new words. Come on. Come on, here we go. Here we go. Come through. Come through. And I'm sure this is very unentertaining, watching me struggle with this. Then again, knowing my friends in real life, they are probably laughing their butts off at this, enjoying watching me struggle. I know if any of my family is watching, they are having a ball. And come here, you. Struggle. Up. Okay. The directions on this, I will actually show you a picture of them when I am done, because oh my goodness, they couldn't be less informative if they tried. Now on this part, I think I'm going to try this a little different way. Instead of putting it all together, piece it together as I feed it through. Now, just kind of a side note about myself, I have actually made electrical schematics on equipment and stuff. I'm not a electrical engineer. Just worked for companies that I was doing electronic installs for, specifically on oil field equipment actually, and they did not have an electrical engineer hired. So I kind of had to figure out how to do that on my own. And so putting this up I didn't think would be nearly this difficult for me. This one's up. Good thing is, I turned off my AC because it was a little loud. So I'm doing this and it's just as much heat as I would be outside. All right. We've got all that up. We have one more piece to put on, which looks to go here in the front, and there's nothing to really feed through. Okay, where did I put my other piece? Here we are. This may go in this. Next piece I'm putting on is my rain fly. I still have one pole that it shows to go in the front by the door. However, I'm not really seeing where it goes. And I'm going to come a little closer here so you can see my rain fly is all nice and tangled up for me. Alright, there we go. Unhooked, unhooked, unhooked. Unhooked. Okay. Turning and looking at the seams and the edges. Real quick, just kind of seeing if I see any holes or anything in it, which I do not. However, I do have, I'm not sure if you can see that there, there is a little slot here, which I'm going to assume is for that other pole. And I know with my camera angle currently, you can't really see everything that I'm doing. I promise I will give you a little bit of a walkthrough as soon as I get done putting a tent together by myself, which the instructions show 2 people. And stop 2. Hook 3. And hook 4. And I will say for $25, this tent's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. Now, I am not a tall person myself. I am roughly 5'8", 5'9", give or take. So not tall by any means, or any stretch of the imagination. This tent is listed as 7 foot by 7 foot. Looking at it, I have no problem believing that. Alright, come on in. Put on. Hook. And if you do this in an indoor type scenario like I am, make sure that your floor is not going to poke a hole in the bottom of it. All right. And here we are. The tent is up. Right here it has a nice overhang to help keep rain from getting in the front of the tent. You've got your walk area right here. Kind of dust your shoes off before you get in. It came with a bag that I will probably not use. It's to hang like your electronics and stuff on the inside. I might find a use for that elsewhere, but not inside of here. But here we go. As you can see, me reaching my arm all the way up, I touch the top. That's about it. So if you needed to change in here and you're not 6 foot tall, probably work just fine. It shows to fit a queen size mattress, which I have no doubt that it probably could. And like I said, I'm going to Scotch guard this before I actually use it, so that it doesn't leak on me. Scotch guard is really cheap. If I remember correctly, the can I bought was $4, $5, and that should be more than enough to do this entire tent. I do apologize for not getting a video posted last week. It was a little crazy in my life last week, and Monday was here before I realized it. This tent isn't set up perfectly right now, and as you can see, things aren't exactly lining up great. But this is just so you can check it out to begin with. Make sure that you don't really see any holes, any tears, anything like that. Next week's video should be out on time. And it's hot today. I live in Texas. I live down in the Houston area, so yeah. It's a little hot, it's a little humid. Y'all have a good day.